What's going on, Giants fans, football fans, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Big Blue Lounge. I am your host, Lou from the G Nation. I got my boy, Super Ties World with me, the hardest working man on Twitter.
Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? What's good,
Also, the man
everybody?
gunning for Daniel Jones' job.
Yep.
But tonight I'm excited, man. I wanted to talk to you guys about these fights. Uh, the competition is high, the testosterone is high. These guys want to get their face back from last year, and the rookies want to make a name for themselves, and the second year guys want to earn a spot. So I'm excited for this competition. But before we go any further, let's go ahead and start this off right, man.
Ain't no chatting, no liking, just action. All my is strong on these hatching. You already know. Popping. Ain't no stopping me, man, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now, cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now, cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl champs.
Super Bowl champs. Got to get back to that, fellas. We have got to get back to that. And as you see down there on the ticker below, 54 subscribers away from 1,000, man. Go ahead and sack that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button, man, and help me get to a stack. Let's go. But yeah, Taz, what you think about that Corey Cunningham situation and Quincy Roche ordeal?
I loved it, man. That just shows that it's more intense now. In a good way. Like not like in a bad way, like with Joe Judge and then when a fight starts and then like they start running laps and stuff. But now with this, they start fighting. That means the intensity is high. There's more competition. In a good way. Iron sharpens iron, pretty much, and that just shows that hey, this Giants team, they up for something, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it. What's going on, Slay? Says Bella B. I'm getting used to, bro. This new Bronx wave of artists is going up, man.
Yep.
Bronx created hip
I
hop,
mean,
bro. We ain't
yeah,
going
like,
nowhere. We ain't
right,
going nowhere, fam. Peace and
yeah.
blessings. What's going on, Coach? How you doing, my brother? But yeah,
What's
man.
good, Coach?
I'm glad Coach is in the building. NFL, what's going on, my brother? Um, I want to get his take actually too. Um, hop on. I don't have your Twitter, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. I don't know if you can come on or not, but I'll go ahead and drop the link for you, Coach. Um, yeah, I would like to get your take on the fight, the competition, and what you think that means for this group of guys and what this camp is starting off like. Because to me, it just shows that these guys are competitive. They're fighting. They're hungry. They got a chip on their shoulder. They got something to prove. They're trying to earn a spot, and all of that is good signs to me,
The
man. These
vibe is
guys,
different, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. It's
The culture is pretty good.
the turnaround has already happened. Now we just got to produce W's with it. The
Hmm.
turnaround has already happened, and that is amazing. That just points to signs that we might be able to turn it around this year. We might be able to go ahead and get into the playoffs or at least make a push for the playoffs in this very season right here. Which you know me, 11 and
11
6
and
back on my
6.
bullshit. You already know. But nah, man, for real, I'm excited about the competition. I'm excited about the amount of guys that we've brought in to compete. Nobody's just being given a spot. You're gonna have to go out there and prove that you're the best guy for that position, and as it should be. That's how it's supposed to be. But I think some of these guys have gotten rich, gotten lazy, felt like they did enough to keep their spot and things like that. Um, so I think everything that happened for a reason, and it may have shook up the establishment from the front office on down, and it might produce what we've been longing for the last few seasons, a winning season. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about it, man. Coach says,
Facts.
give me a minute. I will log on to the panel. Okay. G Way with J Lay. What up? What's going on? He says, yo, what up, Lou? What up, Taj? Yo, Lou, I finally made a little 20-second intro video
What
for
up,
my
Jalen?
channel. It wasn't the best work, but I finally took the leap. Check it out later. Like and subscribe. LOL. I'm already subscribed. The hell? But yeah, I'll check it out. I've been busting ass, but I'll check it out. I always go back and watch everybody's videos. I'm here because I want to hear more discussions about the New York Giants football. So what happened today about this fight? NYG Frank 87, what's going on? I didn't read any Giants news today. Oh yeah, Quincy Roche and Corey Cunningham got into a fight.
Just a
Um,
normal little fight
yeah,
that just brings more energy. Like nothing too crazy and
a
stuff.
defensive lineman and an offensive lineman. You know, you line up and you make contact after months off. Testosterone is high, competition is high. It usually happens on every team, or at least 9 out of 10 teams. So it's
Yes.
nothing new. It's good to see that you guys want to get out there. Your offensive line wants to defend his quarterback, and the defensive line wants to plow through the offensive lineman. So, I mean, that's what you want to see. So, as long as nobody takes it too far and it becomes a problem in the locker room, that is what you want to see. You want to see competition. You want to see guys with grit. You
Yeah.
want to see guys that ain't pushovers, stand their ground, and show that this is a man sport. This is a contact sport, and you're willing to take and give some contact. So
Yeah.
can take it in two ways. One, they are spirited and are ready to compete, or two, not disciplined. I hope it's the first option. Shit.
I hope it's the
Excuse me,
first
fellas.
option.
Heartburn. I'm gonna be on a little later doing a little DoorDash tonight. Oh, okay. Ringing doorbells and running. I ain't did that shit since I was like 9 years old. No, I'm just fucking with you. NYG Frank says men need to be men again in all sports. That's a fact. That is a fact, NYG Frank. And I'll take it one further, not just in sports. Men need to be
Coaching.
men again in the house. Men need to be men again to their children. Men need to be men again in the pulpit. That sentence right there can encompass life in general, Mr. NYG Frank 87. So yeah, you get no argument out of me on that one, brother. What's going on, coach?
What's up, gentlemen? Peace and
Coach.
blessings to everyone.
Man, look at him. He got the plays drawn up in the back. He
Oh
about to he
yeah.
about to take us to the telestrator, John Madden style. And
Mm-hmm.
boom.
Yeah.
And you hit the hole there, and you don't even know where the guys are coming from.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, as far as the fight today, that's normal. That's normal. Um,
Yeah.
So for all the years I've been coaching, being involved with football, to be honest with you, even at youth football, back in the days, kids will get ornery and, a little pushing and shoving. It's normal. I mean, in the NFL, I expect it, as long as nobody's taking their helmets and smashing anybody in the head, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
you
Wow, some
expect
Miles
it.
Garrett shit.
Yeah, it's just, like you said, guys are fighting for a roster spot. They want to that you have a new coaching staff in place and you want to make a name for yourself. So, and as a coach, I'm watching that. How do you handle yourself? Yes. I mean, do
Do
you
you
step
take it
up?
too far? Do you
Exactly.
stay composed? Do you
Mm-hmm.
stand your ground without causing a penalty?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things to look at in that scenario. Yeah.
Exactly. So, again, that's normal to me. So
I'm excited, man. It just says to me that all these guys want to rectify the situation. They want to right the ship, so to speak. Because man, last few seasons, it's been hard to watch.
yeah,
I
yes,
ain't gonna
yes.
lie.
So,
Right?
I mean, I want to see the competition the right way. I want to see the hunger the right way. I don't want to see somebody just, out there, you know, not being truly for the organization and the team. Yes, you have to put yourself out there individually, but in the same token, if you're standing up for your teammates, if you're out there fighting hard. I mean, all of that. I love seeing all that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Especially early still.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come in with that level of intensity, it should only get better throughout the
Mm-hmm.
off camp, the mini camp, through training camp.
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly.
Can't
So,
speak today.
and think about this: when it starts to get hotter and hotter, it's
Yep.
it's it's going to intensify. So, now the coaches, you had your first one. You're probably going to expect another one when it gets a little bit hotter. But you're also going to put the guys on. Look, all right, you guys. Hopefully you got it out, but let's move forward. Grown men. It's football. You're going to be out there, and guys don't take it personal. You just move forward.
Yeah. Yeah, and you grow. You gain a
Mm-hmm.
respect for each other. Cause I remember when we was kids, usually the guy you ended up getting into a fight with became your
Mm-hmm.
friend because you
Exactly.
both try to beat each other's heads in and you had a newfound respect for each other. And he was willing to go where you were willing to go. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
He had your back. You had his back. So
right. So that's kind of like a team building exercise, whether people want to admit it or not.
it is. It's growing up. I mean, I had two younger brothers. How many fights we had, but you know what? When it came down to it, nobody can mess with my brothers, and
Right.
they couldn't mess with me. So that's how I look at it. You're building your family,
Yep.
and Coach Dable is setting that culture. So, and of course, I mean, I love Wink, so I love what he's doing and everything. So.
And where did Corey Cunningham come from? Didn't he come from Baltimore, or was that Ben Bredesen that came from Baltimore?
I
Ben
think
Bredesen
that's
came from
Bredesen.
Baltimore.
Corey Cunningham was with us last year, so
No, I know, but we picked him up
weird.
from somewhere.
Yeah,
Let
no,
me.
it's from Baltimore in a trade, I think.
Did we get him? Corey Cunningham. Here we
Damn it, where did he
go.
come from?
I'm
Let me
looking
see
it
if I
up
can look
now.
it up real quick. Oh, you looking it up?
Yeah, as long as my.
Because we ain't pick him up till damn near. No. Was he in the trade? No, Billy Price was the trade for BJ Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ben Bredesen, we traded a fourth round
we
draft
traded
pick
a fourth
for, I
round pick.
believe.
Yeah, yeah, we did.
So he was Cunningham was with the Cardinals, Patriots, and the Giants. So he
So he
came
came from the
to.
Patriots.
Yeah, he was signed. He was traded 2019 to New England, and he was released by the Patriots in August of 2021. 2021, and we signed him to the practice squad September of 2021, and then to the active squad on October 19th of 2021. So I mean, we picked him up from the Patriots roster.
Yeah, he played a
Yeah.
month on the practice squad and made the team.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he had familiarity with Judge.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, yeah. That's
So,
another thing.
So why is
played.
this man still on the roster? Whoop his ass, Roche. Get him
Mm,
out of here.
yeah, he's from Alabama. Played at the University of Cincinnati. 6'6", 311 pounds. So, I
Good
mean,
damn.
right now, I mean, don't forget he's the swing tackle. The way it
Hey,
looks right
Roche
now.
got balls. That's a big man.
Exactly. Exactly. Bless you. What's up, Tudo?
What's
So,
up, Tudor?
I mean, 'cause right now, I mean, that's
I
how I'm
don't
looking at
know
it.
for sure how it started NFL, but I'm pretty sure it was on the drills
Yeah. Yeah, it was something. It's always a little something, somebody went a little bit too much,
or
you
said a
know,
little too much after they
yeah,
got a good
trash
play.
talk.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, so like I said, to me that's no big issue,
Yeah.
especially now. Now does it carry over from here? Then that's where I'm going to be watching more so. So
DB from EP says I was wrong about who was gonna fight first at camp though. Hey, good thing is they're getting it out the way early.
Mm-hmm.
What you don't want to see is them fighting in preseason and you know what I'm saying, shit like that, because then that means this team is falling apart at the seams.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, and that means the coaching staff really doesn't have complete control. So,
Right. Tudo.
Like
Tudo says
Judge and them had before, right?
right.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Massive salute to G Nation outfit. Drop by your office to pay our proper respects, and for all Giants fans around the world, slap and kick all stinky boys losers out the door. Forget
Forget
about it.
about it.
Forget about it. Tudo.
Shout out to Joe, man. Prayers and blessings up for Joe. Need you to get back soon, my brother.
Yeah, I
No,
haven't heard
Steph.
him in a while, man. Yeah.
What's up, Jay?
Ain't the same without
Frank.
Joe, crazy ass.
Mhm.
Right by now, how they said pause about 7 times by now already. Messing up my
There you
pause
go.
game.
He go with that pause.
Yeah, no, yeah, the pause.
That's
I love
Coach
the
Ed.
kid.
That's Coach Ed, Rick.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
up,
it's
Rick?
Coach Ed, man.
You see, he got the playbook setting up behind him. He about to teach you something. Help you get off them mushrooms and get into the playbook so you can be a walk-on tryout.
Yeah, I got a few of them. So you'll see them from time to time, different plays. So I mean, if I
Shit. That
go
means
into the playbook,
that means I gotta go get a telestrator so we can be official.
well, actually, you'll be surprised. What's up, Rick? In my apartment, I actually have whiteboards on my walls, actually. So
Shit.
I could actually around my whole apartment, I could sit here and draw plays left and
He
right.
about to go John Madden on us for real. Or a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful mind one. He about to...
Nah, I'm a Madden. I'm old school, so
Nah,
tell
yeah,
us straight.
that's what I grew up with. You know, him boom, and you get over here and you block over there. And I mean, that's Madden. May he rest in peace, man. Madden made it feel like he was in your living room watching football with you on Sundays, man.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
and he really took you into it. So, you
Because he
really
was a
felt it.
regular guy.
Exactly. So even though he didn't like to fly the planes, but hey, I love that. So he kept it real.
Yeah, he was like, look, I don't care how much you tell me I'm gonna make. I'm driving. I'm not getting in that shit.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. Two running backs in the backfield at the same time. It's dangerous. I mean, it makes it hard for the defense. Especially if you motion one out of the backfield, say Barkley, motioning out and going. You have a outside receiver. Does he motion outside of him? Let's having the defense to dictate what type of coverage they're in, man or zone. I mean, do they check out of what they're in going into this defense? So yeah, I like that concept. And it just makes that offense that much more explosive and dangerous. So, but yeah, Barkley and Breida and that speed, and it's also what other personnel do you have? I mean, is this going to be a 20 personnel? Is it going to be a 21 personnel? I mean, who else is on the field with them? Is it going to be more of a speed concept? If you have Galladay out there, bless you, those type of things in terms of the personnel. So, I mean, I'm intrigued by that. That's a great question.
If they do, it's gonna be hard for defenses to cover. I know that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And you motion to back out. Do they back out? So then do do you run it up in there on them if it's 2nd and 4, or do they play it? Do they play it to play the run? So then you can say, okay, I'm going to get you RPO off of that, RPO action, or is it just straight pass? I like that concept. I like that thought. So and if I'm Dable, look, I got so many toys to play with. So many different toys to play with and to do so many different things offensively.
Right. Shit. I mean, people underestimating us, man. This is definitely going to be a breakout year for us. And people think I'm crazy when I say 11-6,
No,
but
you like you say, you're speaking it into existence, and you believe it. I mean, you believe it. Stay true to it. I mean, we all
Pat,
have it. What's up,
What's going
Pat?
Pat,
on, people?
Big
what
Pat
up,
Sports
Pat?
Talk.
Yeah, he started late on me. I almost didn't
The
see it,
king
but
of Big
I
Blue
saw it.
Crew.
I'm like, oh shit, he did it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all
Tell you
doing
if I'm gonna
tonight?
do something, I'm gonna do it. Okay,
Only thing I have in this world is my word and my balls. And I
that's a
break
fact.
neither for no one.
That was a hot
Mm-hmm.
line in the movie, but that is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
That is all
Mm-hmm.
you have. Your word and your
Coach.
name. Shit.
What's up, Pat? I really
Hey, coach.
appreciated you yesterday, man.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to tell you, man. Yesterday that was dynamite. Yesterday, I definitely appreciate you coming
Yeah, the
on, bro.
film review. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was great.
that,
That was
that you
awesome.
killed it too. He
Um,
was he wasn't on there saying
um,
you know what I'm
No,
saying? That shit
no.
drives me crazy.
Uh,
no,
uh,
I've always had respect for coaches that's actually been out there in the battlefield coaching and drawing up plays and things like that. I've always had respect for coaches. That's why I always would call you coach, because those guys are leaders of men, and they have to be leaders of men in order to be
mhm.
successful at what they do. You've been doing it for, I think you said 31 years, so that's a
No, no, no,
that's
no,
a
no,
feat in
no.
itself.
Almost since 1981. I started
Almost
coach. I
so
started coaching at
41
40
14.
years.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
41 years.
41
So,
years.
Put me in the game, coach. I'm ready.
And man, Big Blue Film Reviews Fridays coming this season gonna be dope, man. I hope you'll be able to make them,
oh, as
because
long as I know, I'm gonna lock it in. So as long as I know that, and I just worked out some things with the league. So she gave you some great compliments too. She watched the videos, so
dang.
so she definitely says some good things about you, and she liked what everyone on here is doing. So but we'll talk more about that later.
Okay.
All right, all right.
Hey,
But yes,
so
sir.
what
I
was the
wanted to
topic for
get I
tonight?
wanted to get your opinion on the fight between Roche and Corey Cunningham, and the fact that Roche had the balls to fight a man that big. I like that.
First of all, I didn't know Cunningham was that damn big.
Hmm.
Holy cow! I didn't know that dude was that big. I thought he was like real skinny from what he looked like on the field last year. But I guess he lifted the weights. I guess he got on that old Jalari training program. Because man, that dude is huge. But if you guys remember, I said this on a live. I don't know, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I said that there was going to be some fights, and
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
reason why these guys are trying to mark their territory.
Hmm.
big
This is
pissing
what
contest.
right. This is what happens when you have a bunch of competition in the trenches. We have
Hmm.
competition at every spot on both lines now. And we all know that Roche, he's trying to fight to be that third guy in rotation. He's fighting with Ellerson Smith. He's fighting with Tamon Fox. He's fighting with Ryan Anderson. Believe it or not, those two undrafted rookies are making noise in OTAs, and they're fighting for position. And O'Shane Zimenez, I believe, is out. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just believe that he's out. But
Yeah.
those four guys are going to be fighting for valuable minutes, because if you don't get on the field, you don't get no money, and
Hmm.
that's just
Not bloody likely, Timothy.
yeah, that's crazy. But and Corey Cunningham is in an even worse position. Not to say that he's bad or anything, but he's in a worse position, because both tackles are we already know who the two tackles are: Andrew
Hmm.
Thomas and,
And
and,
Evan
and Evan
Neal.
Neal. So he's fighting with like
Yeah.
five other tackles. He's fighting from the guy we brought uh from OC's camp in Nigeria.
Hmm.
He's fighting with Matt Pert, who's not there yet, but Matt Pert will be back by training camp. He's fighting with Gano. And you know that another guy that we signed, Johnson, can play tackle as well. So he's fighting to be one of those rotational tackles. You're going to keep like what, four tackles on the team at most?
Hmm. Yeah, you'll keep four. Depending on the team, maybe you'll keep three because one will be a swing tackle. But ideally, you want
Yeah.
four. So and you want to keep four tackles and probably three interior linemen, maybe four. But you want more swing tackles and swing interior linemen nowadays. And this coaching staff has preached that versatility. So yeah,
Yeah,
Cunningham is, he's like I said earlier, he just, it's normal. He just want to show the coaching staff, he's fighting for it. And OG Bobby Johnson, what does he want? Dirt bags? Well, what's a
right.
great way to be
It
it
was a
to
great way to show that you're a dirtbag. Shit, get in there, throw
Somebody
some
in the mouth.
haymakers.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
exactly? So
And this man is fighting not to be on the practice squad. He knows what the practice squad feels like.
mhm.
Roche knows
They
that. Hey,
both do.
look, yeah, they both do because Roche was on the Pittsburgh's practice squad and we picked him up. So, do you think they want to go
Yeah.
back to the practice squad after feeling
Hell to the no.
some real game time action? And they're both well now. Roche's case, he's fighting to be like the third rotational guy, but Cunningham
Mhm.
is fighting for his professional
For a
life right
spot.
now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that money going from the practice, I mean, going from the regular squad roster to the practice squad, that's a big drop.
Hell
Right,
yeah.
that's like half your salary
Uh-huh.
right there.
Exactly.
T
So,
May's in the
Uh-huh.
building. He
I feel
says
sorry for your
it
life.
wouldn't be camp without camp fights. Non-story. Facts, T Mays. Thanks for stopping by, my brother. NFL says hoping Dable brings back running back, wide receiver, and tight end screens. We haven't had a good screen passing team in years. That would be
That's true.
nice, especially
mhm,
now our defenses don't respect us and send extra men in. Screen can burn aggressive defenses. It damn sure can. Oh
exactly.
shit, I'm
But
behind. Rick says with great power comes great responsibility. I learned how to say this today.
Hey.
What's good, Josh? What's good? What's good, my brother? Mamma mia, look at this shit. Vinny G, man, what's going on? I never go on Twitter and get mad, but reading the comments on the DJ Throw to Robinson at practice today actually got me so
And
mad today.
oh my God.
Yeah, Giants Twitter is so negative, bro. They try to say that it was a duck or something, it was a bad pass
What
and all
else is
that crap.
what else?
that is not a bad pass. He put it on the back pylon. Actually, he put it inside because Robinson was on the backside. So he put
What
that ball on the inside so the DB couldn't get to it. So
Right.
what they
it
need to realize is that that's what all of this right here is for. Sorry to cut you off, my brother.
no, you're
It's
Is
fine.
it
practice.
this is chemistry building time. This is the time to have a little bit of miscommunication with your receiver or your receiver turned the wrong way. This is the time to make those errors and correct those errors and build that chemistry and get that timing down. You don't want to see that in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them little slight little quarter of an inch off or slightly didn't get my hips around in time or whatever the case may be, whether it's on the receiver, the quarterback, or both sometimes, not knowing the right play. Those are the mistakes you want to get out of the way. That's the timing you want to fix. That's the chemistry you want to build. This is the time for all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
they can't sell no papers or get no views unless they shit on the Giants in some way, form, or fashion. So, you
Yeah.
know, we as Giants fans,
Uh,
we know this. We're used to it. That's why we make our own damn YouTube channels because we can't even stomach the bullshit that comes out of these reporters' mouths sometimes.
Yeah, none but positive vibes over here. Josh Cologne, he says a duck underthrown wobbly like can the man practice G's? Well, I'll say this: if Josh Allen throws that pass, it'd be one of the greatest passes ever.
Right.
That
Mm-hmm.
pass that he threw actually led Robinson. I mean, yeah, led Wandale Robinson to the end zone because as coach would know, Aaron Robinson had very good coverage on
Mm-hmm.
that play. Aaron
Mm-hmm.
no
Robinson was in his
safety.
hip pocket, but he threw the
Mm-hmm.
ball in a spot that where only Wandale Robinson could come down with it. And shout out to Wandale Robinson. They was making fun of his height and
Mm-hmm.
his weight and
Uh-huh.
everything.
He
He
has a
just
chip
showed
on
you
his
that he could
shoulder.
go up and get that ball with the best of them,
High pointing the
even with
ball is
coverage on them.
high pointing the ball is a big thing, and it doesn't matter. You know, just because you little does not mean you can't go up and get that ball.
Arias, what up?
I mean,
Right.
yeah, I learned that years ago watching Spud Webb go up and win a dunk contest. So your
What?
height does not.
Ray
Yeah.
Liotta died today?
Oh yeah.
Henry Hill from Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry
Oh
Hill
Oh
man,
passed away
man.
today.
rest in peace,
Yep.
man. Condolences to his family and his loved ones. That's messed up, man. He
Yeah, I
was a
loved
good
them in.
actor.
Yep, I
Yeah.
loved them in Blow too with Johnny Depp,
Mm-hmm.
Georgie's dad. He says, "How dare you lace up Georgie's boots?"
Mm-hmm.
That line was cold too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh
Says, you
shit.
gonna take him to jail? Then you gonna lace up his boots? Bastard.
Aaron Robinson is more physical than Debo on Friday. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a good one.
But if you want to talk about this real quick, how do you guys feel about Wink's comments on the defense saying that we're going to control the narrative, we're going to control what the offense does? So is he going to be playing a better term balls to the wall type defense? Is he going to just blitz out of this world, or are we going to have like a 48 to 54% blitz rate like he did in 2020 with the Ravens? I mean, how do you guys feel about that?
I
I think
think
it's
he's
go ahead, go ahead.
I think he's might be trying to be an old dog learning new tricks. I think getting together with Dable and Shane, they might have switched some of his thinking and philosophy a little bit, and he might try to play defenses based on the team that he's playing and take away their assets and dictate what they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
do. I think that's what he meant.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also think you know, he's going to dictate. I mean, it's a mindset, it's a mentality. That's what you want to instill. You preach that from
Impose
day
your will,
one.
yeah.
And Davo said something. He said that in his first in Wink's first meeting with the players, everyone came in, they were quiet. And then, he came in later in other meetings, and guys, the first 5 minutes, they're joking around, they're having a good time, so they're adapting, they're adjusting. So Wink, what he's doing is he's really filling out the guys who can handle the pressure, who can adjust. And then
Pause.
when you go out onto the field, what type of players do you have? Are they able to fit into what he's looking to do? And on the flip side, how do you adjust what you're trying to do to what their skill set is?
Right.
Ideally, do I think he wants to, consistently come from different angles? Yes, I do. That's his mindset. He's always been like that, and you don't change that totally. You adjust it, but you don't change it. And I think that, with the players that we've, brought in, I think that, yes, you're going to see, would I say, maybe anywhere between 40 and 55% blitz rate. Yeah, I can see that easy.
Uh, I think the days of seeing us that bend but don't break zone defense is
Hmm.
over. That we've seen like the past 4 years,
Thank
Oh
God.
Hmm.
yeah,
and I
that's
think
shit's over.
Thank God.
yeah, and I think Wink Martindale is going to separate the men from the boys. And what I
Hmm.
mean by that is, if you're not out there, you're not willing to be aggressive, and you're not willing to learn the playbook, you won't be playing. And
Hmm.
so I
As it
think this
should
deep,
be.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I think this defense fits players like Darren Beavers that we
Hmm.
got in the 6th round. It fits players like Julian Love. I think
Hmm.
Julian Love is going to really love playing in this system because I think he's going to be used all
Blake
over the field.
Martinez, Micah McFadden. It
Yeah,
suits
Hmm.
I
them.
think Blake
Xavier
Martinez and
McKinney.
everybody, it's going to be a downhill
Hold
attacking
me down a second.
defense. Yeah, it's going to be a downhill attacking defense. And I will say this, these corners, they're going to have to grow up this year.
Hmm.
The cornerback
Hmm.
room is going to have to grow up this year. Dory Jackson, Robinson, Darnay Holmes, Cordell Flott. A lot of pressure is going to be put on our cornerbacks this year. And if they play well, I think this defense will be one of the top in the league.
Look, I'm expecting mistakes from the young guys to start the
Yeah, I'm
season.
going to expect some
I,
mistakes as
I
well.
expect it, but it's a matter of, do you learn from it and do you improve from the mistakes that you made? If you do that, they have the talent, they have the skill set to be able to go out there and produce. So and you have a great defensive back coach who's going to teach them what they need to do out there on the
Yeah,
field.
Jerome
So and
Henderson is
and
nice.
and Wink said it today. He said, pressure breaks pipes. And there you go. I
That's
mean,
good,
that
NYG.
that tells you what you need to know. pressure breaks pipes. You want the defense to go out there and you want to make sure they get good, clean hits on the quarterback. Because that sends a message, that sends a tone. So,
And he mentioned that also, Coach. He said,
mm-hmm,
no matter if the quarterback gets the ball off or not, you want the
mm-hmm,
quarterback on his back.
exactly.
So if you're hitting that quarterback constantly,
Mm-hmm,
even if he's getting the pass off, sometimes that plays on the quarterback's psyche. Now, the quarterback does
mm-hmm,
not want to be hit every
He
damn
starts
play.
hearing footsteps.
Yeah,
mm-hmm,
he's not going to want to get hit every damn play. So that's going to speed up his process. And you might not even be getting pressure on one play, but he throws it like he's getting pressure.
Yep.
And you wind up making a play, and you want nobody even getting back there.
You also create the Sam Darnold feel where he's
Yeah,
seeing ghosts. Sometimes just seeing a different color across your face, it psychologically forces you to speed up. So, that's why to me this is the best type of defense that you could play because it does so many things, not just physically but mentally to the offense.
Quarterback.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think this defense is going to be cute at all this year. I
Mm-hmm,
believe it's going to be a straightforward defense.
mm-hmm,
Find a way to beat us. If you can find a way to beat us, then cool. We'll try to adjust in the second half. But most of the time, he already said it. He said we're going to be bullies. So
mm-hmm,
basically, he's coming at you the whole time. And if you can find a way to beat it, then good luck to you. But if you can't, Godspeed, because we're going to hit you every single play.
mm-hmm.
So if you do find a way to beat us, you definitely gonna know you played us for
Exactly.
sure.
Right.
Exactly.
And
Man,
and
thank
that's
all you guys for stopping by. Please hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button. We got 30-something people watching and only 17 thumbs up. Come on, people. Don't do
Come
me like
on.
that.
You're doing them dirty.
but I'm excited for this I'm actually excited for this team because imagine the practices. You got Wink Martindale that has a
Yeah.
chip on his shoulder because the Ravens told him that he wasn't worth, the money, and they figured that hey, that you had one bad season, so we're gonna let you go, even though he had the most injuries across his defense in the league, and he still
Mm-hmm.
had a top 20 defense. You got Kafka that has a chip on his shoulder that he wanted to be the offensive coordinator, but everything happened with the enemy. He stayed, and so now he has to prove that he's a good offensive play caller, and he has to actually earn play calling duties. He has to show Dabo during this training camp that he can actually do play calling duties. So he has a chip on his shoulder. Dabo has a chip on his shoulder. Everybody's saying that Josh Allen would have developed without him. So every last one of our coaches have chips on their shoulders, and then the
Mm-hmm.
players have chips on their shoulders. So Brian Dable's and Kafka's showing that hey, our offense is going to work. Wink is trying to show that his defense is going to work. So that's why there's going to be some fights in training camp. That's why there's going to be some fights in training camp because both that defense and that offense are going to be butting heads the whole time because they're trying to fight for supremacy. They're trying to fight to show that we're very good at what we do. And so that's just a formula for some fights to happen. Look, like I said, look for Thibodeau to get into a fight
Yep.
because
Lou.
Yeah. I would
All of
love
a sudden,
that.
players coming from everywhere begging to be part of us. A few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
we had to beg and bribe players to come and play for us. Thanks to you and Pat, help us to be known around the league and the world. Well, thank you too, though. But we didn't do
right.
that. You
Yeah, I
guys
think
did
we
that
had
on the
very
field.
little about y'all being known in Italy, sir. But hey, we always behind you, bro. And shout out to having a damn good season.
Hell yeah! Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
What's good,
NYG, what's going
NYG
on?
22? Will Kenny Galladay bounce back from the disappointing Giants debut last year and lead the NFL with 150 receptions, 1,965 receiving
Nah,
yards, and 24 receiving
with
touchdowns?
that stats.
If he do, you will look like a genius, Mr. Frith.
Mm-hmm.
That's for
Right.
damn sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right now, what are you
Siluro.
doing?
Luci spente. Means lights out, people. Hit squad in the building. What's up?
What's going on?
His
Hit.
squad.
Honey Badger,
What's
aka
up,
Jose
kid?
Rosario. Don't he look like Tyrion Matthew right there?
Right.
Teammate, seeing
Brother
ghosts.
hit. Brother
Tudo,
hit.
Rosario. What up? When training camp starts and when the first D and first O go at it, I think that will help Daniel Jones so much.
It is.
Yeah.
I,
Oh yeah.
I
Definitely.
think this entire process is going to help Daniel Jones. I
Mm-hmm.
think we're going to see a new quarterback this season. I really do. I think we're going to see a new Giants team this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, don't you think that's a good thing to actually hear that Daniel Jones is actually like not that I'm saying that that's a good thing in general, but in practice, like it's actually a good thing that he's actually just getting the mistakes out of the way, just like throwing picks and stuff in practice,
I
like 'cause
think
that's what
he.
practice is for.
I think Dabo was telling them to try some things.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
just
basically.
practice.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, like
letting them.
throwing in
He
tight windows
right. He's
and
letting
stuff.
them find out what he can do and what he can't do. And when you know
That
that going into
pass,
the season, it makes you a better quarterback.
that pass to Wendell Robinson tells you everything you need to know what they've been pushing him to do. You know, whether you
Right.
say it's a duck of a pass, it doesn't matter. He threw it against tight coverage and he put the ball in the right spot on the inside. So your receiver's the one that could adjust to it, not the defensive back. He could only go through the receiver. So
Come on, Timothy, man. Don't you be
Right.
mm,
Yeah, but they just trying to like see what he can and can't do, and that's the good thing.
black and blue divisions. I grew up on that.
damn right. Ronnie. What up, Ronnie?
Ronnie,
What's going on,
Miss
Ronnie?
Ronnie, what's going on?
Book ends. Says AOKT coming fall 2022. Book it. It's going
I
down,
hope
man.
so. I hope so, man.
it'd
But
be interesting if they and well Andrew Thomas. I doubt if you get him getting into a fight, it's something serious. But
If you
you
get
know,
Angie Thomas to fight,
him,
oh,
I would like to see our tackles go against them. Just to see if we can amp it up a little bit. And do you take it up? And does that push them to really get out there and take it to other guys, other teams?
I want to see KT go against Andrew Thomas and Camp, and I want to see Ojulari going against Neal
Mm-hmm.
and Camp because I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the best battles for both of them. Ojulari has a year experience and he has something to prove. Evan Neal wants to prove that he can be a dominant right tackle, and then you probably got our best defensive lineman versus our best offensive lineman,
Hold
and
on.
that should
Jeff
be one hell of a
Maldo
battle.
76. Thank you for stopping by, my brother. I greatly appreciate it. It's my first time seeing you in the chat. He says, "Hey fellas, first time on here. Big time Giants fan. Keep doing what you're doing, fellas. Go Big Blue." Well, look, if you
Mhm.
see that little ticker on the bottom, I'm 55 subscribers away from 1,000. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, man. I greatly appreciate it. Cost you nothing but a few seconds, but it will help me out immensely. Thank you for being here, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie, I'm doing well. Hope you are as well. Possibility that three players in
man,
double digit sacks. Ojolari with 12, Thibodeau with
that
11, Williams with
happens.
10.
That
Yo,
is a
Mm-hmm.
possibility.
listen. We
If that
ain't no way
happens,
we don't go 11-6 with that shit right there. There's no way.
No, no. There,
Uh,
and with the movement and the blitzes and the scheme, if you have that with your PT
oh my
players,
god,
that right there tells me that you can probably get another 20-25 sacks from the rest of the team.
We
Maybe
lit.
15 to 20, 15 to 20. I'll give
We
you that.
lit.
If
We
you
yeah,
do
lit.
that,
if they're doing that in a heavy blitz scheme and he gets
hmm
12, Thibodeau gets
Lit.
11, Williams gets 10,
oh
that
my
means we got
god,
around 50 sacks on the season,
exactly.
55 sacks. And we got 55 sacks, that means there's been a lot of 3-and-outs during the season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It just creates so much more. And to me, to see that
Thank you.
I if I see that, I'm going to ask, what type of turnovers do we have? Because
Right.
if you're getting that many sacks, then are we hitting the quarterback and jarring the ball loose? Are we forcing them to throw that ball early? and we're picking it off. What are we doing? So if I'm getting if those three players are getting that many sacks and we can get 50 sacks in total, then I want to see what our turnovers are, and that to me is more important than I'm going to be honest. To me, creating turnovers is more important than sacks because
Yeah.
that demoralizes an offense.
It kills
And
their momentum and it gives you more opportunities to
to
score.
score points exactly.
Hmm.
So and the
So I
more
can
opportunity
imagine the pressure that we're getting if we got that many sacks with three players.
exactly.
So
So
you're right, coach.
33 sacks off of three. That's an average of 11 sacks
Shit.
per player.
11-6 is what that shit translates to me in every language in the world. Shit.
Hey, Pat, man, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the Mavs are gone, man.
Yeah.
You remember when motherfuckers didn't even know Muhammad Ali or English, but he went to Africa and had all of them saying, Ali, Boumaye,
Boombaye.
Right.
Ali, Boumaye. If our defense come out here doing that shit, I'm gonna have the whole world screaming 11-6 out this motherfucker. I'm telling you.
Warriors are going back to the finals. That's crazy.
So does that mean that it's going to be the Warriors in Boston now?
Huh?
Well, yeah, well, possibly
Baseball,
because the Celtics,
basketball.
because the Celtics are what 3-2 versus Miami,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And they're going back
and
to
it's going to be
Boston.
in Boston. Yeah, yeah, possibly.
Lou,
It
I'm
could be the
putting
Warriors
together
and the
my
Celtics.
own locker room playbooks this coming season. All players put in writing what's the definition of teammates, brothers, and fighters. Then we'll take it from there.
What
Shit.
is Swagoo talking about now? Oh, sorry. I'll look at that later.
No, you good. Bookend says 11-6. Book it. Tell them again, fam. We ain't with that shit, son. We ain't playing. Mavericks good season. They shouldn't have made the playoffs. Kids should get coach of the year.
Yeah, he
Yo,
did a very good
he,
job.
he did.
Jason Kidd,
Can't even
yeah.
front.
The coach of the year went to whatchamacallit with
Oh, Ronnie, you breaking my heart, Ronnie. She says, I say 10 and
Monty
7.
Williams.
I think first few games we have to gel. I think our defense comes out there and smacks the shit out of Tennessee week 1.
That could be
Makes a
very
statement.
possible. That could be very possible. I know the offense is going to have to jail though in
Yeah,
the
our
first
offense
couple of games,
definitely needs some time,
but
but I
that
think our
defense might
defense
be
will
on
carry
fire.
us. Yep, I'm telling you. I said it. Go back and watch like 3 weeks ago. I said I think this defense will
him.
carry us. When I went through this schedule, what was that? 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and said
Yeah, the
why I
schedule
think they
came
would
out I think
win.
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we went through it on a live, and I said why I think they would win what games and why I think they would lose what games. And people were looking at me like I'm crazy and this and that. I'm telling you, it's going to be serious. Our defense is going to carry us the first 6 weeks. Our offense is going to make some mistakes. Going to be some close games, but I think we end the first 6 games. What did I think I said 5-1
Mm-hmm.
was the first 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like the format, especially with the preseason. So it could put them in a position because you're only playing 3 preseason games. So they're not going to be beat up. So yeah, that first game against Tennessee, and we all know if you can hold their running game, you have a good chance of beating Tennessee.
Yeah, if you can hold Tennessee's running game
Oh
this year, you
yeah,
got a good chance of beating Tennessee this
you
year.
got a good
Mr.
chance. Cause run,
Santiago, hit that subscribe button for me, Mr. Santiago. First time seeing you here. He says first time, but what's good, Big Blue Crew? Keep doing what y'all doing. And yeah, like Lou said, 11-6. Well, this ain't your
Right.
first time here then, because I don't got my name on the screen there, sir. How'd you know it was Lou, sir?
You probably been watching the
It's in the
whole time
chat.
we
I'm
said
just
Luke
messing
like
with you, bro.
Oh.
Just messing with you.
probably been lurking.
But hit that subscribe button for me, man. Thanks for stopping by. I believe in the system, and you have to see DJ get in sync. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I'm with you, Ronnie. But everybody else is with me saying 11 and
Well,
6. So go ahead and bump it up one for us, Ronnie. Come on. You got the shirt. You're a believer. You shop the Big Passport shop. You're a believer. You know it's 11 and 6.
Tudo, he says we're all big blue crew and we say New York Giants 11-6 this coming season and forget about it.
See what I'm saying?
Wells, what's going on, Wells?
Wells in the building. What's going on, mate? Yo, what up, fellas? Drop by to show support. Hope everyone is well. Had family over this week. I'll definitely be there for Leather to the Face Saturday night. God bless.
Oh yeah, Letter to the Face this Saturday night gonna be lit.
Javante Davis and Rolly
Right.
Romero.
Right. I can't wait.
Bad blood there. And Rolly Romero talking big shit at the press conference. I'm like, you
Yeah,
better
he
have
was.
enough power to back that shit up. Unless that's his game plan to try to make Tank punch himself out early and take him into deep water.
Yep. That's about the only way I can see you can beat him.
My mom used to say that word, fierce. She said the defense will be fierce. Bold prediction, this will be the start of the fall of Derrick Henry, starting with us week 1. Let's go, NFL. Tell them we ain't playing that shit, son. We're going to stiff arm King Henry.
King Henry's crown is going to come off. Okay.
Salute, Gumba. My Gumbada. Damn, made myself hungry. Been watching for a minute, LOL.
So it's just his first time in the chat.
Tudo, salute, my friend. Where's Kayla?
Oh, there's a big story.
Have
on
you
that,
seen
Ronnie.
her?
Right.
Tell me, have you seen her?
Oh
shit.
My
I'm about to go in the gulag, Pat. Difficult question. Are the Jets the better New York team?
No.
Hell to the nah. To the nah.
We had one of our worst seasons in a long time, and they still had a worse draft, earlier draft pick than us. So no. That's your answer.
Jarius Harris. One thing for sure, DJ should be able to read blitz this year because that's all he gonna see in practice. Right.
Yeah, right.
Damn good point, Jarius.
That's a good thing though.
Right. That's all he gonna see. Get his ass.
It should help him to calm his
DJ,
nerves.
I love you, but get his ass.
And help his pocket awareness. It should help him calm his nerves and settle himself, and it should improve his pocket awareness immensely.
I just wonder,
or he's not that guy. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I want to see is with the pre-snap reads, is he reading and picking up on certain keys that will tell you that it's a blitz? I mean, how are the DBs aligned? You know, because sometimes the DBs alignment, whether it's inside, outside, or they angled, you know, just little things like that, the levels, the depth, you know, just little things like that to me tells you, unless you're going against Wink's defense, which is a lot more intricate, but most defenses, when they send their blitz, they're pretty standardized. So, and I wonder, was he really taught how to identify and pick up on where the blitzes were coming from?
Coach, to answer that question, I'm going to give you an honest answer. I don't think he was. Because look at it. He was put in there too fast. He should have sat a year behind Eli Manning, who was the master at picking that out. So he never got that chance to learn from Eli Manning. And then you took Pat Shermer away from him after his rookie year, and you brought in a coach who doesn't know hardly anything about offense, and Joe Judge. And Jason Garrett had his own motives. And he got fired from Dallas because they got tired of his offensive system in Dallas. So, no, I have to say this a definitive no. I think this might be the first year that you actually see Daniel Jones going on the field, pointing at people, be like, hey, look, do coming. Because Dabo, if he can't do it, Dabo's not going to – he's gone. Dabo needs a quarterback that knows how to command the field because as you've seen the progression with Josh Allen, he started doing that like towards the end of his second season, he started doing that. And then his third season, that's when it really clicked when they brought Stephon Diggs over. So he's gonna teach Daniel Jones. He might have a learning curve. And if that learning curve is too steep for him, he's gone. But if he learns very quickly and learns what Dabo wants and throws that ball deep like they want him to, because he can do it. He has the arm and the athleticism to do it. And the kid is smart. He changed a couple of plays out there. But when he did, guess what? Jason Garrett got mad at him.
But they worked. But they worked.
Yeah, it
was
did
better
work.
than Jason Garrett's 4-yard curls.
Right.
fucking
So when if Daniel Jones
sorry.
gets the hold of this off, Daniel Jones gets the hold of the offense and he sees that, hey, look, this guy might be coming. Robinson, go deep
Exactly.
and take that safety with you. And then you hit Tony on a quick slant because they're sending the blitz and he saw it. And Tony makes one person miss. Oh, it's a
Exactly.
wrap. Or he
Exactly.
changes it to a screenplay because he sees that they're not respecting the run and they bring that blitz and he hits Saquon Barkley on the screen. Hey, at least 10
Muchas
yards.
pente.
Right. So
Lights
I'm
out.
I'm I'm be honest with you, coach. I'm very excited to see what he does in this offense because we're going to see the real Daniel Jones this year. If he sucks, then we all
He's
know that he
gone.
sucks.
Exactly. So, and
With a
you're
real
right.
DJ.
It like you said, grasp for the offense, and then
Stand up.
all right, Feliciano's been in the system, especially playing at center, so he's going to be able to help Jones identify and adjust the line calls to slide to the blitz if need be, or at least slide back over to pick up a blitz. So,
Boom. Thank you, Coach Ed. I've been saying that shit. I was arguing with people all before the draft about why the importance of drafting linemen, why we needed a center, because it improves the quarterback play, especially with the running back being out, because the running back is the third pair of eyes that's reading the defense with the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? It's the center, the quarterback, and the running back usually communicating amongst each other about the blitz, the protection, and all that.
Exactly. The biggest threat. So who to identify, and speaking on that, then Barkley's going to have to step up too with his blocking. They really got to get on him
Yeah.
to improve his blocking.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, heck, sometimes is the simplest thing is hit the midpoint on the defender and take his legs out. You know, you don't have to go, mano a mano. Sometimes is set them up, let them think you're coming up high and attack the legs. And if you do that, that also takes away a defender's momentum to always want to come flying in on the blitz because he's worrying about getting his legs cut out.
Right.
So,
Right.
And you can do it in a clean way where you're not
Exactly.
fucking putting people on the gurney.
Right.
Look, the easiest way to cut block has always been look at the center point of the body. If you look at the center point, no matter what, when your head goes down, if you're aiming for
Look at his
that,
hips.
you're gonna, even if your head dips a little bit more, it's gonna hit mid thigh. So you're still high enough. But if you look at mid thigh, you're gonna end up at probably knees going down to shin. So, but if you do it right, I've seen small guys take out some 250-pound linebackers, and guys are 180, 190, 200 pounds. You know why? Because they're taking out the legs.
Aim for the belt line and hit the mid
The
thigh.
midpoint. Exactly. That's it. It's real simple. But getting back to the point of the running back helping out with the blocking and the eyes, yeah, those are going to be important factors. Barkley sometimes is going to have to say, I can't go out. Let me help my quarterback because it's going to help the offense.
That's true. And I mean, they make some good points. Vinny G says, don't want to jinx anyone, but there are a couple of players that if they miss significant time, they're gone the following year. That's definitely true. We just talked about Barkley being better picking up the blitz. That's pretty funny. Gary had more curls than Big Worm on Friday. He did.
That's a good one. I like that one.
That is very true, Vinny G. So guys, I mean, if Galladay gets hurt, he can be cut. Jones gets hurt, he will be cut. Barkley gets hurt, he won't be brought back. So that is very true. Hey, if Dory Jackson gets hurt, I know they extended him, but they still get out that contract next year. He could be cut.
Facts, Tommy, for one, Tommy. We just need good competition for camp. See what pans out. Everyone writing us off. Let it continue. Wink didn't come here to lay down. Dable didn't come here to lay down.
Right.
Facts.
They got chips on their shoulders as well. They have something to prove as well.
Jones
this is
has
a
to
very
see the
true
game
statement as
faster.
well.
He plays too slow mentally. If he can speed up and play faster, his play could improve. I don't think his physical ability is holding him back. It's mental. That's a fact, NYG 22. That is a fact. His confidence was shattered.
And think about that, because his rookie year, he was actually processing the field pretty good his rookie year until Joe Judge came. And I continue to say this: the Patriots are literally complaining about their offense when Joe Judge started calling the plays.
If you
And
if you
God
look
bless
at
America.
if you look at I'm gonna use another player as an example. RG3 was a
Oh
good
yeah,
quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When he got hurt and they threw him back in the game early, too early, and he re-hurt
Mike
himself, he
Shanahan.
second guessed himself for the rest of his career. It completely shattered his confidence. And because the coach he had didn't really want him there, okay, they didn't invest the time in him to bring him back out of that. And they ruined his career. At least the New York Giants are investing the time to try to correct and guide Daniel
Mm-hmm.
Jones, which is an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity that RG3 was not given.
Mm-hmm. And NYG 22 is right. It's the mentality. And if he's out there thinking too much, it slows down everything instead of playing
Yeah,
fast.
Right.
Yeah, it's
just
got to
And I
be
play
think
second
that's
ball,
what
nature.
they
man.
did.
Yep.
I think that's what they did to him. They had him trying to play perfect. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's all the great quarterbacks never wanted to play perfect.
never
The
play
closest thing you
perfect.
get to it was Peyton Manning. He was the most cerebral out of everybody, but even he still took his chances
Mm-hmm.
when he saw that he could take a chance, he took a chance. And he threw some picks in his career too that you would shake your head, be like, damn, why did he try that? It's because he was a gunslinger at heart. And he felt
Yeah.
that he could fit that ball in there before Ed Reed or somebody got over there, and it just didn't work out. But guess what? They came right back on the field and they scored
Mm-hmm.
because he
Yeah,
was the same quarterback. You can't change somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Either you don't
yeah,
like the kid or you let the kid be what he is.
Brett Favre was a prime example of that shit.
Right. You
He
think
couldn't
Mm-hmm.
even
he was
understand the playbook.
definitely.
He just knew to get out there and throw it to whoever the fuck was open.
you think Brett Favre is a Hall of Famer? If somebody tried to say, "Oh, Brett Favre, don't turn over the ball, don't throw it in the coverage or anything anymore because you make it too many turnovers," then Brett Favre would have been
Man,
just like Daniel Jones.
man.
That's what made Brett Favre. Brett Favre can fit the ball in places that you not supposed to be able to, and he's going to take that chance.
I seen that
Hey,
man throw a pass to Freeman, and Freeman turned around and caught the pass, and the pass pushed his ass into the end zone.
right,
Mm-hmm.
straight up.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, that
Freeman
shit
caught
was a
that out of
bullet.
self defense. I remember that
Right.
play. He caught that out of
Mm-hmm.
self defense.
It's like,
I've
holy
Nah, but
actually caught a
God
shit.
ball
bless
like
Mac.
that. Like Jesus, if I'd have catch that ball, my whole face was finna come off.
Yeah, but
Why you
God
throwing that
bless the
ball
Mac
so hard?
Jones, man. God bless the Mac Jones, like for real.
Shep too. Let Danny
Mm-hmm.
dime. Let Danny dime. Remember 2 weeks
You
ago I
did say
said
that in
Barkley need to
NFL.
lose some weight. Heard he did. That's gonna be a bonus for him and us. For his knees,
Yeah,
yeah, damn sure.
yeah,
So, like I said, I'll give you your credit. If he did lose weight because of that reason, you were the first one to say that. Because I've never heard anybody say that he might need to lose some weight because that might be putting too much pressure on his lower half of his body. And
yeah.
most of
That
his
is
injuries
true.
have been
Especially
lower
after
half
them
on his body.
injuries, yeah.
Yeah. So that was a very good observation in NFL. You
Or
might be right.
or not even lose weight. You might need to stop squatting so much with
True
so
too.
much weight. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at
Yeah,
his thighs and his freaking quads, he was obviously doing some freaking leg exercises. And once you know, when you squatting too much, that shit don't just damage your back, it tears your knees up too.
The
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
first
He
thing
ain't
I
gonna
think
have. He
about
ain't
is
gonna have it.
Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson had that hip injury, and that one he was supposed to be that doggone devastating. But he was so damn strong and lower in his lower body that his damn weight crushed his hip when he did that little hip injury. It's just supposed to be like a hip flexor or something, and it
Yeah.
turned out it destroyed his hip because he was so damn strong in his lower body. That was crazy.
All he do is be in the building and they win. That's crazy.
Right. And Vinny G is exactly correct. I've seen Brett Favre make some of the coldest plays you'll ever see, and then turn around and make. Hey, the NFC Championship game. Remember that pass he threw to Kerry Rush? I was like, I can't believe he just threw that. That was stupid. Thank you.
Hey, he believed in himself. Sometimes a little too much, but I mean that's what made him Brett Favre. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I said, man, that was ignorant.
I don't think he can be an elite quarterback, but he can be
Mm-hmm.
top 15 to 19.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Taj for
Mm-hmm.
dropping the list on Twitter. It's apparently a lot of garbage QBs out there. Derek Carr knocking
That was
on
my
top
own
10
list that I
status.
made.
I mean, Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback. That's why I think Daniel Jones can really be, to be honest with you. I think he'd be
Yeah.
a little bit better version of Derek Carr because he has a little bit more athleticism to him.
What helps us with the first game? Is it no tape on our offense so they don't know how to plan for us?
That
That
true. That
that
helps
and
us a
and the
lot.
fact that our defense is gonna come out there and slap the shit out somebody like they
And
stole something from us. I'm telling you.
what is Tennessee's strength? Their running attack.
Right.
Defensively, right now, what would you say is our strength? Playing the run.
Yep.
And that's bottom line. That's where it's going to be won at in terms of that game. As long as we shut down their running game and put the ball in Tannehill's hands, we have an excellent shot of, even with young DBs, of winning that game, because more than likely he's going to do something to put that ball in harm's way. And as long as we can secure it, take away their momentum, get up on them, force them to be in a passing team and not play to their strength, it's perfect.
The most important part of that game going against the Titans is the first down play.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
give it to King Henry almost
No
every
matter
time.
what.
And if we can continue to stop him, say on first down, we continue to stop him from 1 yard, negative 2 yards, no
Mm-hmm.
yards, 1 yard, 2 yards, continue to put them in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15 situations, I think we win that game.
Not only
Exactly.
Because with the
that,
loss of A.J. Brown and Julio Jones, I don't think Tannehill is going to light you up
Mm-mm.
passing the ball
Mm-mm.
this upcoming year,
Mm-mm.
at least not in the beginning of the season.
And he
not
has a rookie receiver supposedly to be the number one. So, and he has to
Right.
develop. So, it go ahead, Lou. Sorry.
not only that though, when you do that, you can't allow him to come and run all over you in the fourth
Mm-mm.
quarter.
Mm-mm.
You have to shut him down not only in first down situations, but in the second half. You can't let him get going and kill you in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every first down, we need to make it our issue to stop that dude
Mm-hmm.
from getting huge yardage. Now,
Mm-hmm.
are you going to stop him every first down? No,
No,
Mm-mm.
of
because
course
it's
Mm-mm.
not.
King Henry.
But if
Sometimes
you
he's
hold
going to
his
get a
ass to
good
like
8 yard
60
run.
yards, 70 yards a game, that's
Right.
amazing.
If you can hold
Mhm.
King Henry to 60 yards or 70 yards in this season, upcoming season, you're going to have a hell of a chance to beat the Titans.
Yeah.
And that's just the honest truth, because Traylon Burks, he's a rookie. He's not going to go off in the very first game, most definitely.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep them behind the sticks, to me,
Right.
it's perfect. I mean, like you said, first down, if you can keep them to a 2 yard gain tops, but you keep them, -1, -2, then it sets up everything for 3rd and 8, and then Wink will definitely come with that blitz. And if you can smack Tannehill around, keep him in that pocket, with our pressure, then we can that'll lead to us getting 11, 12, 13 sacks with those three guys.
Where else do you guys get this content? We so far beyond everybody else that we already talking about game one and strategies for it and how to approach it, how to shut down
What's the game
King
plan?
Henry. Like Big Blue Crew got you, man. We advanced, son. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm only 54 subscribers away from 1,000. Y'all stop playing with the kid and help a brother get to a stack.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Please like and subscribe to Lou's channel. But I'm gonna
Mhm.
be honest with you guys. The more that I think about this Titans game, the more that I talk about it. If that offense progresses any, we have the advantage in that game. I think we're a better
11 and
team.
6. That moves you from 10 and 7 to 11 and 6, sir. I'm telling you.
Yeah, obviously, Lou's gonna make it about himself, but okay. But
No, it's not about me. It's about the Giants winning 11
Mhm.
games. We can fucking do it. I'm not
but
cuckoo.
but just but just think.
All
But
right.
I mean, like literally think about it though. The Titans' offense is not set up to be explosive this year. We're losing AJ
No, it's
Brown and
not.
Julio
Mm-mm.
Jones. King Henry coming back off injury.
Mhm.
He's going to be
Ryan
100%. But if
Tannehill.
we have the defense, which Wink is going to build to where we stop the run,
Mhm.
because that's the last thing Wink wants against them is the run. If we stop the run with the Titans, we have the advantage because Traylon Burks is a rookie. They got Robert Woods coming off the ACL. They got the one dude, 15, I forgot his name, Amoeba Smith or something like that. But other than that, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
What are they
Westbrook
gonna do on
Akina.
off? Yeah,
Westbrook Akina. Yeah.
what are they gonna do on offense if we stop King Henry?
What's up, Jeff?
How's
And
everybody
if
doing tonight?
what's
And
going on, Jeff?
the
And if
one thing I worry about that team is the defense. I worry about their pass rush. I like that Titans pass rush a lot, especially Simmons, Harold Landry, and Dupree. They could give that young
Mm-hmm.
offensive line still learning how to gel some problems for Daniel Jones. That's the one thing that concerns
maybe
me about the Titans.
maybe so, but this is not the offensive line of last year. I
Mm-hmm.
believe we play a lot better along the offensive line this year. Will they get a little bit of pressure? Yeah, that's the Titans. They're gonna get a little bit of pressure. But if we continue to get ourselves on that field, because we're making the Titans going 3-and-out because we're stopping King Henry to like 60 yards, maybe 70 yards on the whole day. I think we got a very good chance of beating that team, and that score may change around 20-14 and 20-17 Giants in the first
Possible.
game. And what a statement to make to come out and win the very first game against a playoff team. That would be a huge statement. And everybody, I mean, shit,
We'd be
you
above
would think
500
different,
for the
right?
first time since 2016.
Right.
That
And
that
everybody
enough.
would think different about us. And
Yeah.
that's the same thing against the teams that we play that were good. The Philadelphia Eagles, same thing. We have two edge rushers now that could keep Jalen Hurts in that box and not let him get outside the pocket. Because the reason why he was able to get outside the pocket so much is because we weren't able to do anything as far as the middle of the defensive line. Only thing we had was Williams. So if Ojolari did get a little pressure off the edge, he was able to step up and move out. But now that if we're getting pressure off that edge and Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence or whoever we decide to put in the middle of the field is getting pressure as well and pushing that pocket back, now we can get the edges to play the edge and make sure that he doesn't get outside that pocket and make Jalen Hurts play quarterback. And I think that's to our advantage as well.
Not running back.
No, he
Right.
plays
Make
quarterback.
him
We
play
got the
quarterback.
advantage.
Make him make passes from the pocket. And if we're getting pressure up the middle, he tries to move to the outside. And Thibodeau's right there, get ready to grab him. Man, I'm telling you, this defense could.
Yeah.
It's that nose tackle.
When Wink Martindale said that we're going to dictate to what you do, I truly believe that he believes that, and he's going to do it. We're going to dictate to what you do.
Being adaptive, basically.
Right. Same with Dak Prescott. If you make Dak Prescott play quarterback, a lot of times, 7 times out of 10, and 8 to 9 times out of 10, if you're a good team, he's not going to beat you. He's not going to beat you unless you're secondary. Yeah, he lost to Amari Cooper. And I'm on record saying CD Lamb. I don't think CD Lamb is a number 1.
Yeah, and Gallup's coming off an ACL.
Hold
What's
up,
going on, squad?
Finn the Human, what's going on? This is my first time seeing you here, bro. Thank you for stopping by. He says Titans will be a good first test.
Titans are
Beat the shit out of the Titans. But since you're here, please hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button for me. Cost you nothing but a few seconds. I greatly appreciate it. Hit squad, we got to be able to not protect DJ, but we got to be able to not protect DJ. I know what you meant. We got to be able to protect DJ, but we have to be able to create holes for Saquon. Use this guy to the best of their abilities.
Yep.
True.
Yeah. To be honest, though, I think we do match the Eagles very well. I'm be honest.
Yeah, it's the offensive line that I think is going to take some time to gel. So that's why I don't think that they're automatically just going to go out there and be able to hold up completely against that very good Titans pass rush. That's the one thing that worries me with that Titans team is those guys coming off the edge and Jeffrey Simmons in the middle. That's going to give that offensive line that's just starting to learn how to gel and play with one another. It's going to be a little bit of an issue. It's not going to come automatically.
What you do to offset that is get the ball out to the edges. I
agree with you. NFL.
You know, RPOs, get it out to the edges, screens. You do things to take away
get the ball.
He is bookend.
So once you,
I get it. G-way. Sorry,
I get it. No, I get it with the concerns, and yes, that's really with any team in the NFL per se. But to me, I have more confidence in what we can possibly do offensively coming out where they don't have any film on us. We have film on them. We have film on all their personnel. You have to pick and choose, and you have to go and look at what this player did here, this player did here. But now you don't have them collectively. How do they work together in combination situations? So that's where it's to our advantage. And again, what is Tennessee's strength? No matter what, whether the defense, applies that pressure, it comes down to King Henry. They're built to run the ball and play good, sound defense. So if you can take away that run and play the field position situation, then it puts the offense in a better situation where they can be successful. And if you can put the offense in a short field situation, that's to our advantage. And then, with all the skill sets, it's the first game. Guys are not going to be too banged up. So, they can have the opportunity to go out there and produce.
Hey, coach.
Yes, sir.
Lose 11-6 Giants are gonna put the
You gotta make that
kibosh.
a T-shirt. Make that a
It is.
T-shirt.
It is.
Put
Lose
that out.
11-6 Giants are gonna put the
Make that a
kibosh on King Henry. King Louis is gonna put the smackdown on King Henry.
The king shall fall.
And to Jeff's statement, I'm not going to say I'm not worried about the Titans pass rush, but I think this offensive line
Park one for
is
Joe.
going to show the whole league that we're a lot better team. It's something about this offensive line that I think that's going to be pretty good this year, especially if Evan Neal and Andrew Thomas stay healthy.
Yeah.
Those two tackles right there, if they're playing very well, that means the inside of our line, and we got Glowinski, who played very well with the Colts. Feliciano is very comfortable playing here with Brian Daboll. That's why they brought him over, as long as he can stay healthy. If you want to find out about the offensive line, look at Lou's video. He tells about their injury histories and everything. But if we can stay healthy, which will be the first game of the season, so as long as they make it out of training camp and preseason, I don't see this offensive line getting dominated like they got dominated last year. I know everybody got PTSD. Even OG Bobby Johnson said the line had PTSD.
PTSD.
But I think this offensive line is gonna play angry this year.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think they're gonna play angry this year because they have something to prove. Andrew Thomas wants to prove that he's one of the best left tackles in the league. Evan Neal wants to prove that he should have been the first tackle taken, but they took Ekwonu over him. Feliciano wants to revitalize his career. Glowinski only got a 3-year, $21 million deal. He was actually rated as one of the best right guards in the league last year, but he didn't get no respect. And then you got major competition at left guard. Lemieux has something to prove. Garcia has something to prove. Johnson has something to prove that he wants to play. Or whoever else they bring in with competition there. I think this offensive line is going to play very angry this year. And OG Bobby Johnson, he's an actual coach. He's actually putting effort into getting these guys coached. And I think that's going to make this offensive line a lot better than what people think.
I agree with you, Pat. I do think that the offensive line will definitely be better this year. It has to be better than what we saw last year. Us six right now, if we were an offensive line, would have played better than that offensive line did last year. But at the same time, look at Kansas City. They put together a new offensive line. It took them a little bit of time until they started to gel and put it together, and then that's when that Kansas City team truly started to take off. So I do think they definitely will be better, but it might be a little bit of growing pains at the beginning of the season until we really get to see what that offensive line can do. That's just all I'm saying on that. I think the offensive line will definitely be better, but it could be a little bit of growing pains as the beginning of the first quarter of the season goes on. But yeah, we will definitely see a much better product because the players that are out there, and like you mentioned before, Pat, there's a lot of guys out there that have something to prove to not only to themselves but to the rest of the league, that they're here and they're like they got a chip on their shoulder and they're ready to go out there and show the league how good these guys really are.
Nemmer, you need to subscribe to all these guys. Sorry, Jeff. Subscribe
No, it's all good,
to
man.
Jeff. Subscribe to Coach Ed. Subscribe to Jay Lay, Super Taj World. What are you doing? You ain't subbed to all these guys yet.
Right. But I'm not saying that they're going to dominate Tennessee, NYG in the very first game. But I do believe they can play well enough to where we can pull one out if our defense
it'll be close
playing dominant against their offense. If we're stopping their run game, I believe our offense could pull one out.
I agree.
Just going to be honest with you.
I agree. It'll be a 3-point game at least, 3 or 7 point
I'll be right
game.
back, fellas.
I definitely don't see the Titans going in there and just blowing us away because, like you
No,
guys
no.
mentioned, without a true wide receiver weapon out there, with Woods coming off the ACL and Burks being a rookie, they really don't have a threat on the outside unless Austin Hooper somehow becomes a good tight end again. And Tannehill is still very rocky when he has to be shouldering the load on that offense.
Mm-hmm.
So that Giants pass rush is going to be a lot more of a problem for a Titans offensive line that's
We
nowhere
can get
near
the
as strong as they
Tannehill.
were last year when they
Mm-hmm.
lost Roger Saffold.
Preach.
Taylor Lewan is not the same player he was before. They have
Mm-hmm.
issues on the right side of that line. And then you have to
Talk your
think
shit,
about
Jeff.
they have nobody on that offensive line. Are they going to be able to double all four of our guys? And that's not even including when you throw
Talk your
Roche
shit,
in
Jeff.
there, when you pull an Ellison and
Exactly.
Smith in there. So we do have the
Exactly.
pass rush in there to cause problems for that Titans offense in general, because if we can find a
Talk your
way to
shit,
stop
Jeff.
that Titans running game, mainly obviously King Henry, Tannehill is not going to be able to carry that offense
No.
by himself. When AJ
Hell
Brown
no.
left
Talk
and when
your
Julio
shit,
Jones
man.
left, that Titans offense is just a one-dimensional team. That's it. They're
Hey, Jeff.
one-dimensional with a rocky offensive line.
Jeff, I
So
just gotta ask you a question then.
yes,
So
sir.
then, do you agree, sir? The New
Uh,
York Football Giants are gonna go 11-6 this motherfucking season.
What was that you say? You said 6-11?
I
6
said
11 this
11 and
season?
6, you scumbags, you motherfuckers.
I mean, things break right. Maybe we go
Listen,
13 and
if we
3. You
come
don't
out,
know.
if we come
13 and
out and
4.
we beat Tennessee week 1, our defense shuts down that run game,
That would
takes
be
away their
impressive.
main asset, and puts the game on Tannehill. We ready.
That's a quick punch in the mouth to the league.
I'm
No
telling
doubt.
you, that's a statement. That is a team saying, "Hey, we are here. You ain't just gonna push us around.
No,
We're
man,
gonna
Yeah.
push you around. We're gonna impose our will. We're gonna dictate the pace of this game."
Damn right. And Pat was mentioning it before a couple of streams ago when he was mentioning the teams that we definitely have to beat if we want a season: Detroit, Carolina, Seattle, Houston, uh,
Chicago.
Chicago, and there was one other team. I'm drawing
The
a blank right
Vikings.
now.
The
The Vikings. And did I say
The,
Carolina or no?
You say Carolina.
Yeah,
the
those are
Vikings. I
teams.
don't know.
If we want an 11-6 type season, you need to win at least 4 or 5 out of those 6 games, and at least if we get a split or if we win
4-2 or 5-1 in our
exactly,
division. Yep.
then you got yourself an 11-6 season right there. But that's barring we stay
But
healthy
that's how
and all
I
this stuff.
broke
But
down. I broke down the schedule on
yeah,
the
you have a
live. You
point.
were on there.
I
You were
know.
on
That's
there.
what I'm saying. You have a point
Every
with
reason
that.
I gave was valid. Okay, I have a point. All right. So then you're 11-6 train. Just say it.
Okay, 6-11.
I'm gonna stab you. Well, there you
I
have it,
mean,
folks. Communicating a threat on a live stream.
yes, exactly. I hope. I mean, we all hope that happens, but it's going to take time for this team to gel. So that's the only reason why I'm not going crazy with like the 11-6 stuff. We have to see it actually happen on the field. Because how many times over the years have we said, "Oh, the Giants are definitely going to beat this team. They're definitely going to go out there and beat this team." And what happened? We lose because we always play down to our competition. We
How
play
many
up to our
times
competition and play
did we
down to
say
our
we was gonna
competition.
be in a rebuild and we turned around and we in a rebuild? How many times did I make a video and
4,
say Dable was gonna be
5.
the coach? I made a video and said Wink was gonna be the coach before anybody. Nobody believed me. I had people in my comment section saying, "I don't see this being reported nowhere." Yeah, I'm reporting it, dickbag. But anyway,
If we actually go 11-6, Lou, everybody you should become like the Giants. I'm trying to think of the word, like the Giants Messiah or something. Like the
oh no, don't
prediction you
ever
threw
say
out
nothing
there.
like that. Blasphemy, Lord, God forgive him.
But
God
the
forgive him.
fortune teller.
Yeah, the fortune teller. That's what I meant. Messiah, I
Don't
don't know
call
where
me
that
that
came
neither.
from.
No, I don't want to be none of that. I just tell him just cut me a check, take a picture with me. That's it. We ain't got no titles, no none of that. I'm just a human.
Well, you make that call. You know what? You're going to get a lot of calls from people asking you to give them the lottery numbers.
Yeah, Barkley's that guy. Barkley's the guy that could just. If you want this offense to truly go off and have the type of season we think it could, 26 is the key. 26 has got to be that guy that's got to go out there and cause so much havoc on that offense that's going to
Vinny
open up
G.
everything for everybody else.
Vinny G, I believe that that's exactly what's going to happen. While everybody's focused on Derrick Henry being the man, Barkley's going to come out there and have a game. We're going to shut Derrick Henry down, and everybody's going to be like, what we thought was going to happen to the Giants, they did to the Titans.
Let's hear the G wave from J Lay on this. Jay?
Yo, Jay. Jay disappeared on us.
We lost Jay.
Sees us divine. I don't think we win at Pat, but it will be close for sure. Veteran teams usually win in close games, and they at home. How is our O line and team gonna deal with the crowd noise game one? That's mental. Dable was going to want to score early week one.
How we get Tony and Galladay a touchdown early? So we can get that ugly taste out of their mouths after last year. Get those guys on the board.
Jesus, get off the notorious. Said Dable was going to want to score early. Book and tackle says DJ proved in the Saints game when Thomas locks down his backside, he can manage what's in front of him. Thomas will lock down the left side out the gate, and Evan will be much better than Nate day one. That is a fact.
The trash can's better than Nate Solder.
Lou, I hope we beat the Titans, bro. We will beat the Titans. See, you got to change your mindset, sir. It's not I hope. We will beat the
expand
Titans.
your mind, man.
Yeah, there you go, Jay.
There you go.
Still was the 2000s. Ooh.
All right, welcome to the channel, New York Sasha. I'm so excited about our offense. Going to be a fun season. First time seeing you here. Please hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Ronnie, everyone needs to stay healthy. That's for damn
Facts.
sure. Honey Badger, Jose Rosario. He says, if Giants go 11-6, I'll buy you a jersey of your choice, Lou.
Hey,
Oh, man. Big year for Barkley. I back bro Lou on that. Hell
No
yeah.
doubt.
That's what I'm
No
talking
doubt.
about. Use Barkley like AK, like Alvin Kamara. I've been saying that shit for a minute. Hit that subscribe button, please. Thank you.
Doesn't Barkley
Jesus.
remind you of like a much better Reggie Bush? Just the type of skill set he has. This is what
Barkley
Reggie
reminds
Bush
me of
brought.
a one-of-a-kind named Barkley. I feel availability will make a big difference in our success this year. If we are healthy week one and everyone is on the same page week one, win will do wonders. A week one win will do wonders for us. As a boost, Barkley's still great. Yeah. Not trying to be funny, Jeff. When people said that he was like Barry Sanders, I said the same thing. I was like, no, he's like Saquon Barkley. There was only one Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when people are like, oh, Michael Parsons is like the next Lawrence Taylor. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
well, yeah, I'm
he's
not
not
comparing the skill set. It's just like
I'm like,
the skill set. That was like a comparing because Reggie Bush was pretty much not even really a running back. He was more of just a receiving back, if anything. And Barkley's sort of the same type of player, but just way more talented and gifted. I mean, he's not really a true bruising running back that you can hand the ball off to, 20, 25 times.
Right.
He's just a guy you could put all around the field, and he could beat you in any position, whether it's on the receiving part. He can run it up the middle. He can break it for 70 yards on any given play. So, yeah, that's the first name that I thought of as like a much better, like a more talented Reggie Bush type of player.
hey, I love the way Vinny G thinks. He says, if we go 2-1 against the Titans, Packers, and Ravens, get the fuck out the way. You net.
We got something cooking if we could do that.
It's going down. I'm telling you, whoever put that in the chat with the 12 sacks, 11 sacks, and 10 sacks, yo, if that ain't no way we don't go 11-6 if them three dudes get those numbers.
Talking about Williams, Thibodeau, and Ojulari?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If they get 12, 11, and 10 sacks amongst the three of them, holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way you're not going to have a bunch of interceptions off of that, pick sixes, fumbles, strip sacks, uh, safeties. Like it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. I'm telling you, if that shit might fuck around be 13-4, man, you better stop playing.
Yeah. We had about 11-6. We'll be 13-4, 14-3. Those guys all get double digit sacks. We'll be thinking maybe like close to a home playoff, like like first, second, third seed. They're all doing that on that defensive side of the ball.
Okay, what are your thoughts on this, fellas? NFL says what I see, what we need to pick up as other teams cut down to 53, a veteran cornerback and a veteran tight end. I don't know. Bellinger been catching everything thrown his way, and we already know he's a good blocker. So
Yeah, Bellinger's gonna be definitely a good
Bellinger
pass
shows
rusher.
it.
Wink said the one thing about with cornerbacks, you don't want to shop at DoorDash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, that
said,
was a good point.
you don't want to what?
You don't want
Shop at
to,
DoorDash.
yeah, you don't know shop or whatever. He said buy it at DoorDash. In other words, based on last year,
Yeah,
trying to go out
no,
there,
no bargain barrel freaking
yeah.
Yeah.
cornerbacks. Yeah,
Yeah. No, I don't want a tight end. I like what Bellinger's doing right now. Just let that kid go out there and play.
We have a
Don't we
veteran
already have
tight end.
we already have a couple of veterans in there with
Yeah.
Seals Jones and Akins. I mean,
yeah.
they're those the guys you got there
I
right now. But
forgot
let
about
Bellinger play.
Akins. I forgot about Akins.
He's got the 88 number. He's got the Evan Ingram curse. I think he's Akins has got that ability to be that field stretcher over the middle. You
Thibodeau will
think?
break the single season sack record eventually. Wow. That's
Mm,
a bold one, NY Sasha.
We.
That is a bold statement.
So you gonna break TJ Watt's
And
record?
in how many seasons will he do it?
hmm
Since you want to go there, how many seasons will it take him to do it? Because Strahan did it in.
And then TJ Watt did it.
Yeah, they tied right for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tied him.
I think he
Okay.
passed. I think he passed. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Yeah, man.
When did I think Strahan did it in 2007?
Something like that.
2001 ish.
2005, I think.
Might have been 2002, 2003.
Hey, y'all, I'm about to pack it in for the night. It was good chilling with y'all for a little bit.
You ain't even say nothing, dirty motherfucker.
No, I know. I got on here. I got sleepy as hell. I don't know what.
Oh, Taj is right. He did it in 2001.
Nice job, Taj.
Yeah, I was born.
That's why he's the best man. This is why Taj is the best on Twitter, man. He comes
Y'all
up
have
with
a
these
good
facts
night.
all over. Have a great night, Jay.
No.
Jay, my brother Noomspa.
Oh shit!
Hey,
There
look
you
at that,
go.
man. We got Raphael, the fourth
Raph, what's
Ninja
up?
Turtle.
You got the red shirt.
Look,
Right.
yeah, he damn sure do too.
Yeah.
That's the state that I was born. But yes,
All
there you
right,
got it.
Master Splinter said you got 2 minutes before you got to go to bed. So go ahead and talk. Now, listen.
Well, as much as I planned it right here, I think there's gonna be like an exciting season for the New York Giants because after the draft, things are changing. Because I just watched the last season between the New York Giants and it went so down, it went so bad that everybody thinks as well that the next big thing. But well, after all he's doing for Danny Jones, I think that that season right here is gonna change a lot because not only New York Giants had Evan Neal and of course Kevin Thibodeau, this is gonna be happening. Like remember this, guys. There's gonna be like a shocking moment, and I might be crazy right now, but I smell those New York Giants from the playoffs and probably the championship because they need to rebuild the defense and of course the offline that
And
well
y-
that.
and you're a
Yes.
Philadelphia Eagle fan, correct?
Not precisely, no. No, because I just support one team that well I just wanted to keep them up, but well
No, no, I
but
was
I'll
just asking because I'm saying that's coming from a Philadelphia Eagles fan. That's we know we on to something when the Eagles saying we think of Eagle fans saying he think we might win the division.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, but Yeah, but some people they told me that well, are you a Eagles fan or a Giants fan? But no, I'm just like well, more.
You're an NFC East fan. I got
Yes,
it. Okay.
yes. I got
All
it. I
right.
got it. I got it. But it's gonna be like an epic battle because I just saw well the schedule and things are changing, but I can see well the Giants could win and well probably they're gonna sweep against Eagles, sweep against Washington, sweep against Dallas. So they want to call me crazy,
Oh,
but
stop it. Oh, man. Oh. Oh,
Oh,
rah.
relax over there, Jeff. You get a
You're
little
getting,
too excited.
getting us happy over here. Come on. Sweeping all them, going 6-0.
You're about to go to the gulag, Jeff. Jeff
yeah,
got all
but
excited. He said, "Oh, oh."
You just sent
Look,
Tosh to the
Yeah,
gulag because he's
no,
going.
Taj just left. Taj is a ninja. He do that shit all the time.
right. He does it all the time.
By the way, I just want to say I'm sorry about your Mavs tonight, Pat. Going losing, unfortunately, the Warriors going down 4-2. So that sucks, man.
Oh man, I'm
yeah,
cool, man. I gave us a chance against the Warriors, but I didn't expect us to make it to the damn Eastern Conference Final. So I'm cool.
I expect a big year from the Blitzing Beavers, Dexy and McFadden as well. Hey, them guys could be silent sleepers that could make some noise this year. I'm excited to
Right.
see Wink's defense in full effect this season. We have speed, and he wants that QB on his back.
Yep.
We are going to be very aggressive. I think Tibbs will be better than TJ Watt. Let's go. Tell him again. Jesus, get off the notorious.
Could have the next TJ Watt, Bud Dupree on the
He said,
outside.
who
That this
has
team did.
the advantage, Bradbury or Jones? What?
He means like Jones passing against Bradbury?
Jones.
Yeah,
I don't think
Jones.
we've seen Barkley play behind the O line that consistently opens up run lanes. If this line can do that, who knows what this guy will do? Great point, Mr.
Yeah,
Bookend Tackles,
that's
Yeah.
true.
because he's had a shitty O line since he came into the league, and that's a fact.
Look
Would
what he did
anybody
with
here
a garbage
disagree
O
with
line.
that, or am I crazy?
No, look what he did
Disagree
with a
with
garbage
what?
O line. And he has never had a good offensive line. That's
Mr.
Oh yeah,
true.
he
Darren
does
Gordon in
trash
the
offensive
building.
line.
He
How you
says,
doing,
"Good
Darren?
evening, gents." He sounds like Billy Crystal. You look marvelous. Hey, Nimmer.
oh my god,
So much money. I like the way Jeff thinks.
I appreciate it.
He playing y'all Eagles fans, but Giants fan too. Suspect. Who's a
I don't know
Mavericks
what that.
fan? Are you in Dallas? I'm in Dallas. No, I when they was talking about the Mavs earlier, I think they was talking about the Shreveport Mavericks.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I was talking
Yeah.
about the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, we lost. We lost to the Warriors.
Oh, you a Dallas Mavericks fan? I thought you was a Bulls
Mm-hmm.
fan.
I'm a Bulls and Mavericks fan. I've liked both of them for a long time.
man.
Chicago
Dallas,
and Dallas. Woo.
Dallas had a hell of a season. They just need to get some help for Luca. That's it. Get some help for Luca out there, and they might have something. Making it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, pretty much on one playing with one guy as a consistent scorer. So just get
You
that
see
man
this?
some help.
You see this right here? This is a fact. The O line started bad for him and then got pathetically worse.
He had Eric Flowers as his right tackle in
Holy shit.
2018.
Please don't ever speak that name again.
And Solder. So let's just start there. How
Right.
bad it really was.
Right.
And
Am I-
Nate Sol and Hernandez.
Waffle House. Am I the only one here? Is no way Bradbury can cover Wandale or Tony. Burnt toast. He can't cover real quick receivers.
It's true.
You get no argument from me there. He's a great cover. He's a great cornerback, but when them young guys get to put the burners on him, gone.
Yep.
I hope it's all Galladay. I hope it's Galladay, but who do you guys think will have more receptions or be targeted most between Tony and Wandale?
Tony.
I think Tony will have more just because he's been in here to play the playbook and all that. Learn it. He got the edge in that department. Um, but who knows? Shep might fuck around and stay healthy for a whole season for once and be the
Can
leading
you
receiver on
imagine
this team.
that?
You never know. You know what I'm
Riggs
saying?
stays healthy
It's
and goes
crazy.
off
Listen,
for
if
a
we can
thousand
go 11 and
yards.
6 after going 4-13, Riggs can finish a season without missing the game. It could happen.
Yeah.
It's like when me, Joel, and Pat started the Big Blue Crew. It sounded like the beginning of a bad joke. A Puerto Rican, a
Right.
white guy, and a black guy walk into a bar, right?
Actually, I got a hot take. I think Wandale Robinson is going to be the second on the team in receiving yards and receptions at the end of the season.
Hey, shit.
Galladay
You
will
know
be
Mm-hmm.
what?
third or fourth. I think Wandale's going to have a bigger role in this offense than many think.
Shit. Why not say all three of them are tied for leading receiver on the Giants? Wandale, Tony, and Shep. Fuck it. We'll cut
I'll take
Galladay
it.
next season. Fuck him.
Yeah,
Go
I'll
get
take
us a
it.
young, tall receiver that catch the contested balls. Pause.
Right.
True that. Yeah, that fits the
Hopefully the
system.
Knicks fire head coach. Why y'all want to fire Thibodeau?
Nimmer's not a fan of Thibodeau at all. He's been talking about that the whole for a while.
Man, Thibodeau got us in the playoffs. We ain't been there in a while. You better leave Thibodeau alone. LOL, let's go. Slayton, everyone else will be hurt. Shit. As soon as everyone gets hurt and he gets in, he starts getting the case of the dropsies.
No, Slayton can't be a starter. Make him a
No,
situational deep threat.
if you remember, no, it wasn't him. Who was it? It was Tony. Sees us divine. As long as Tony is not in the doghouse, Tony should have more catches. So I could see that.
True.
The linebacker coach couldn't hold himself back getting excited when talking about Tibbs and what he can do. Can't wait to watch the fill in the blank, folks. Pop that. Hey, pop that. Oh, sorry. That's where my mind instantly goes.
Pop. Hey, pop that.
That was that thing, boy. The day, boy. Girls used to get right. Big booty hole, rock with it. So this
I may say, Slayton has actually been making a lot of noise in OTAs lately. He's been making some nice plays. I know they're OTAs, but with a lesser role in the team, maybe Slayton's going to fit in perfectly as that situational deep threat. He does find ways to get open at times when he goes
I
deep.
got you all in check.
So, what up, Alex?
Big Blue in the Bronx. Shout out to the BX. What's up, Alex? OG Bobby Johnson said pretty much no wussies allowed on his O line. Music to my ears. Hey,
Love
listen.
it.
We need this type of coaching staff back in the New York Giants facility because I don't know what the fuck we had going on here for the last 5 years, to say the
Right.
least. Who will have more yards per carry? Matt Breida or your boy Barkley?
Barkley. Breeda's going to be playing he's going to be a
Of
receiving back
course.
more often.
Slayton always has good OTAs and bad regular seasons. What
Role
up,
is too big
Alex?
on the team.
Slayton could be better this year. Yeah, on another team. Starting 3 wide
Yeah.
receivers, Galladay, Shepard, and Tony.
He said, yeah, on another team. Yeah.
I caught that one.
That's cruel.
Mhm.
Can't tell who
Yeah, but
Lou hates
damn.
more, Galladay or Slayton.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
Right.
What
Pretty
up,
damn
Lulu?
Because
close.
he hates Galladay too. It's
I
like
don't like
Miz
none of
with
them
Shep.
dudes.
It's like
Yeah,
Miz with Shep.
I don't like Slayton, Galladay, O'Shame, Zimenez.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guys on here I'd like to see get a pink slip.
And yes,
Bye.
I'm still waiting the information about the trade of Darius Slayton. I will hope that day that Darius Slayton is gonna play another team, but who knows what's gonna happen.
Let me go to Chicago. The Justin Fields #1 receiver, or #2. Let me go over there, carving a nice little roll over there in good old Chi-Town.
We could have bundled if we were smart. We'd have traded James Bradbury and we'd have bundled him and got a pick or something. We'd have
Yeah.
bundled him with O'Shane Zimenez and Darius Slayton. We've been
The
like, hey,
hell is giving up a pick for
take all three of
Zimenez?
these guys. They taking 3 players for 1 pick.
I would even.
I'd have taken a 4th or 5th round pick for all 3 of them players.
I wouldn't even give up. I wouldn't give up Baker's dozen of bagels for
You give me
O'Shane
one 5th
Zimenez.
round pick, and you can have O'Shane Zimenez, Darius Slayton, right now.
Send him to Jacksonville. I'm gonna reunite with Evan Ingram over there.
Dude was horrible, man.
So who was
clicking
horrible?
away? What's going on with all the clicking? What is that? Am I losing my mind, or is Raphael over there
I think he
typing?
meant Zimenez. It's horrible.
No, it's not me. It's not me.
What you winding up a toy? What you got going on over there?
Hey, who is that?
I was told to watch you, Ralph. Steve Smith had
Yeah,
the
I
internet in
saw.
a frenzy today.
I
What'd
saw
he
that.
say?
I'm like, he's made a joke that he was going to be joining the Giants as a coach, and everybody went nuts over it. And he ended up being like some type of late April Fool's joke.
Very like
Steve Smith
very
Senior,
late.
Yeah,
former wide
Steve
receiver.
Senior. He
Shit,
was
I
at
would
Giants
take him as a
practice.
coach anywhere on the Giants. I would love for him to be a coach. That dude was a straight beast.
He was.
Straight up. Slayton is not going anywhere. Shep, Galladay, and Tony injured too much.
I need to get out of
Damn
this.
it, Goni, I was begging it to be true.
Yeah, I think
God, disrespectful
Slayton's going to be
ass.
here too.
Oh my god!
I think Slayton is going to be
Never
on the
was sold
team.
on Slayton. I still feel like he's gonna drop another open pass this year for a big play. Shaking my head. I agree with you. That's why I said his ass can go for a 5th round pick right now. Him and O'Shane Zimenez. You can take them both. 1 5th round pick.
I got a question for you then and for the chat. Everybody on the panel for the chat. Would you rather take Darius Slayton right now, or would you rather take him over a Robert Foster, a Richie James, a David Sills, and those other guys that are on the back end of the roster? Personally, I'm taking Slayton because Slayton, I think, can still make that play when it is there, even though he has the issues with the drops. He still has the most talent out of everybody on the back end of that receiver room.
As I said, I would trade his ass and O'Shane Zimenez for a 5th round pick. I look. I told when we should have got rid of Preston Parker and we had him for another season. I about lost my fucking mind. Okay.
Him and Ruben Randall. Oh God.
When I tell you that we got to get rid of a player, it's not because I don't like the way he talks at the podium. It's not because I don't like the way he celebrates when he scores or none of that. If I say this dude needs to get the hell off our team, it's either because he's a cancer in the locker room or he sucks on the field or both.
Preston Parker was trash. That guy was
that
trash on the
was
field.
dropping 4 or 5 passes a game. And I'm like, what the hell are we doing with this guy? Like
him and Ruben Randall were taking turns on who could blow the next play on that offense. They were both trash. And they were our number 2 and 3 receivers. Luckily, we had Odell that year, who was pretty much unguardable. Because Randall and Parker were like together, not even like a 16th of what Odell could put out there.
No, but people kill me with everybody kept Eli way past his prime. They should have cut Eli. No, you kept getting bum ass players around him and never fixed the offensive line. You never drafted another defensive edge rusher. You know what I'm saying? Like you let the team collapse. You didn't replenish the O line or the D line. And then you didn't go get him a receiver until Odell Beckham, but you hadn't fixed the O line yet. So he was fucking throwing the ball in like 1.3 seconds, almost 2 seconds,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
to the point where they was calling him check down something. I forgot.
Check down Charlie
Man,
or something like
Yeah,
that.
wasn't 2015 our best offensive year that the Giants have had in the past 6 or 7 years? Because I think I remember they were actually a really good offense that year.
because he was throwing the ball as soon as he said hike.
Yeah, I think
Shit,
that might have been our best offensive scene in
Odell
years.
Beckham was taking slants to the house, or getting first downs off of him. So we was getting big chunk plays. But yeah, guys, it's 12:30. I wasn't planning on being on late tonight because I started late. But damn, I appreciate all you guys still being here. Still 30 something people here.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry,
got some
guys.
great supporters, man.
I am so sorry, guys. I'm sitting here watching film.
Oh, you good?
I was thinking, oh my God, somebody sent me an email. So, and it's just like, oh, it
It's
got
all
me
good,
addicted.
man.
If you stay healthy, O line looks solid. No secondary can stop all our weapons point blank.
There's only
Slayton
one
did
thing that
not
could stop it:
and
the
could deal with
injuries.
Garrett offense.
Yep. Injuries gonna
Yeah.
be.
Butterfinger sleep always does.
I think Wandell's going to have a bigger season than people might think. Wandell looks, him and Jones might have something cooking right now. The two of them together.
I think that's why Steve Smith said that joking, but it's because Kadarius Tony and Wandell Robinson, both of them, and Sterling Shepard, neither one of them are very big guys.
Yeah.
So I think he's excited about the potential of the little guys being a good wide receiver core because he's a
And all
little guy.
shifty as hell, too.
And Shep is a dog. If Shep could stay healthy, Shep would be the fucking one of the best receivers in the league.
Yeah, if he can
And
stay healthy, for sure.
if we're going to have any of those screen passes, too, I want Shep out there at all times to block because Shep's by far the best
Right.
blocking receiver on this team. So you want
Right.
that guy out there for a big block because he's going to most likely make those blocks. If you guys remember in 2018, remember that one where he ran down the field and like body checked that guy when Barkley was running on that ridiculous play? Like he came out of nowhere like a missile and just knocked out one of those Eagles players. That's what I love to see from Tony and even Robinson. And you know what? Hell, why doesn't Galladay use his 6'4" frame to knock around some of those smaller cornerbacks off and
Because
shield off
Galladay's
those
slow
guys?
as shit. They about 20 yards in front of Galladay. He looking at the play. He can't keep up with them motherfuckers.
No, he
Galladay ain't no
can't.
sprinter.
But he doesn't need to sprint if you stalk him. He can stalk the safeties. He doesn't need to get to the corners. You know, you
True.
could scoop. You can have a guard or a tackle or even a running back come out or somebody come
Thank
like
you
you
for
said,
stopping by,
Shepard.
Caesars. Go
You
ahead.
said
Sorry.
no, that's all right. You said Shep. So Shep, you could switch onto the block, and then this way, Galladay he can get downfield to just getting away. Half the times you don't have to destroy somebody, just get in the damn way.
Well, Galladay would actually be good if you convert him to tight end. He might actually be
Oh
a better
hell no,
tight end right now.
hell no,
Because he'd
hell
be a
no,
guy that can go over the middle and
hell
make those
no.
tough catches with his
Okay,
50-50 jumping ability.
you're talking about as a flex tight end. I'm not. I was
Yeah,
talking
a
about
flex tight
inline.
end, not a straight up tight end.
Inline, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, inline, no, because he can't. He's not gonna handle no defensive ends.
Well, I can't touch it. I don't trust any of these receivers, and not just Shep. I don't trust any of these guys to stay healthy. Just waiting for like one of them to go down with some type of injury, because it always happens.
I'm not waiting for anyone to go down.
But yeah,
It's
thank you
just
guys
that.
for rocking out with us, man. It's
I
almost
got
1 in the
you.
morning. You guys make sure you subscribe to Coach Ed, Jeff, Big Pat Sports Talk. I don't know about this Eagles fan, undercover Eagles fan.
Raphael is
But y'all can
Raphael.
subscribe to El Capitan as well. Rafael Chaking. Right? I said it right?
Almost, but yes.
Chasing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Make sure you subscribe to Rafael Chasing.
Rafael.
Capitan. Oh, look at that. Okay, Zorro.
Rafael Capitan.
All right. You guys have a great evening. On that note, man, y'all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play that.
Ain't no chatting, no writing, just action. All my just front like they tapping. You already know. Popping. Ain't no stopping me now, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now, cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now, cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl champions.